All right. So, if comfortable, sit forward, away from the chair back, just to work those spinal muscles a little bit more. And we've been playing with the straw breath occasionally, so I thought we'd do that again today. It's a wonderful breath for calming down. And you make a straw with your mouth in some way, shape, or form. The easiest is just to kind of purse your lips as though you're holding a straw in your lips. And you breathe in through the lips, through the mouth, and exhale through the mouth, saying shh. So it looks like this. That's my inhale. Shh is the exhale. Now, when you breathe in through the mouth, it does dry the mouth out. So just take a pause, re-moisten the lips. I usually re-moisten right before I exhale. So you can do it then or after you exhale, re-moisten, doesn't matter. Let's let's do maybe 10 breaths. Oh, I want to show you a way to count 10 breaths using your hand. You can just use one hand to count 10. So on each finger, you've got three sections and you have four fingers with three sections on each finger. So you could count up to 12, but we're just going to do count up to 10 today. And so if you go around in a circle, these outer ones, it would be 10. So I start with my thumb pointing to this section, one, and I go up the index finger, two, three, across the tips of the fingers, four, five, six, down the pinky, seven, eight, and close it up at the bottom, nine, 10. And then you can start back over and count another 10. And every time you do a round of 10, you can mark it on your other hand as one round of 10, two rounds of 10. So you can count quite high without really having to count. You just move your finger, kind of like an abacus, huh? All right, so, and you can start anywhere. I generally start with my thumb at the base of the index finger, but it really doesn't matter. And you can count it any other way you like. That's just one way to do it. So we'll count 10, straw, breath. Straw on the inhale, on the exhale. I think that's 10. I got a little distracted by the cat at the door. So I let her in. She was digging on the carpet there. All right, so let's take a little cat cow now, just inhaling and exhaling as you move your spine. The exhale movement is when you round your spine. The inhale movement is the little back bend. And just start nice and gentle. You can go deeper as your body gets more warmed up. All right, and then bring it to neutral. We'll start with some arm movements as with the cat-cow movement of the spine. On the inhale, little baby back bend as you swing your arms out. And on the exhale, hands back down and a rounded spine. That's your exhale. Inhale, open it out, and your arm movements can start small and get larger and larger. Hopefully she'll get up on the bed in a moment. There she goes. Jennifer, you jinxed me with your cat. See if the arms want to go up higher, if your shoulders allow. If not, just stay in your range of motion. Maybe the head wants to go too. You can look up. Keep the back of the neck stretching too. Don't just lift the chin up and crease the back of the neck. Let's do one more. And relax back down. All right, these next ones, spinal movements, we're going to do a humming exhale. So we'll inhale, lengthen, is inhale through your nose. And on the exhale, the mouth is closed. Hum as you exhale and lean over to one side. Then inhale back up. Hum to the other side. Inhale back up. We're going to exhale and fold forward. Just bend at the hip crease. Keep your spine fairly straight. Inhale back up, straight spine. When you keep your spine straight, it actually uses more core muscles. If you need to round it, then that's fine, but work on getting it straighter and straighter. Take this off so you can see these movements a little better. Make sure I'm pulling the right sleeve. All right. So we'll repeat those laterals, humming on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Inhale back up. And fold forward. You can fold forward a lot or a little bit. All the range of motion is completely up to you. I'm going to repeat the same round, and this time slide the hand down the chair leg, and or you can bring your hand to your block. If you have your blocks, get them ready. Inhale, lengthen. Humming on the exhale. Inhale back up. Other side. Repeat. We're going to stay. If comfortable, stay. On the stay, inhale the arm up. Range of motion up to you. Hum it back to the hip. Right over, other side. Inhale the arm up. Exhale it back, humming. Inhale up and just relax. So if your breath is shorter or longer than mine, you might either still be catching up and coming to join us, or you finished early and just when you finish early, just stay there resting. If you can tell that you're finishing early enough to do an extra one, feel free. I forgot to do the fold forward. Let's fold forward now. Inhale up and hum it out. And back up and relax. All right, let's add the twist now. We're going to hum the twist as well. So I scoot forward just a little bit more so I have room for my back arm to go back. Inhale the arms up as high as you like. Hum it. Exhale, one hand to the opposite knee. Inhale back to center. Other side. Inhale back to center. And again. Repeating. And arms down in front. So humming, as you might feel these vibrations in the sinuses and in the head, kind of sometimes feels like you're sort of rattling the head, getting the cobwebs out. And this is coming into pollen season here in North Carolina, and so kind of using the idea is that these vibrations help to break up anything in the sinuses. And ancient yogis felt that the vibrations in the body were good for kind of clearing old stuck energy. So let's clear out whatever wants to get cleared out, whether it's actual physical stuff in the sinuses or more sort of that energetic stuff that the ancient yogis felt. We're going to do the twist one more time each side, and and add a stay while we're there. In the stay, if you want to give yourself that feeling of resistance that we did last week, like somebody's trying to undo you from the twist, but you stay in it, not to go deeper, but just to stay where you're at. But see if you can wake up those core muscles right along the spine as you sort of feel this little tug of war in your body. Feel free to use a hand on your ribs to get that feel of somebody trying to pull you out of the twist, like we did last week. Here we go. Inhale the arms up as high as you like. Exhale into the twist, humming. And now just hold your ground, but feel like someone's trying to untwist you. And then inhale back to center. Other side. And stay here for the twist. Hold your ground, feeling as though someone's trying to undo you, untwist you. Back to neutral. I'm going to forward fold, humming. Inhale back up. And just the arms down. And a cat-cow will go into right here. Inhale into the back bend, exhale a forward fold, or just a rounded spine. A couple of each. All right, let's come down to the legs with our, whatever you're going to slide on your feet on your floor. Let's do one leg at a time. So let's start with one foot, the heel going out, getting that stretch through the back of the leg into the calf. Inhale as you stretch it out, exhale as it comes back in. And let's start to head out to the side and into the hip. If you want a little more resistance work, you'll push your heel down into the floor as you stretch your leg out and as you bring your leg back in. You can do one pushing just on one movement out or in, or keep pushing the heel down all the way out and pushing down all the way back in. Let's work our way back up to the front. And other side as you're ready. Heel going out. A couple of times just out in front and then start to head out to the sides. Pushing the heel down for a little more work in the leg, work your leg muscles more. Back up to the front. All right, now let's do a little work in the hips. So sometimes someone has a pain in the hip. So let's just imagine that. And if even if you don't have a pain in the hip, usually one of these you'll feel, you'll be able to tell which ones are super easy and which ones, ooh, that one wasn't easy or it didn't feel good. The ones that don't feel good are the ones you want to avoid, and only do the ones that feel good. So you can kind of think of it as there's some misalignment in the hip. And when it's misaligned is when you're getting that feedback of pain in the hip. And so don't strengthen in the or continue to work where there's pain. Only work where it feels good, and you'll strengthen those muscles to help pull the hip back into better alignment. All right, so you basically have four sides to your thigh bone coming into the hip socket. The tops of your thighs, the backs of your thighs, the outer thigh, and the inner thigh. We're going to work with just one leg at a time, and you're going to take your hands and push on one of those four sides as your leg is coming up against your hand. So right for this one, my knee is trying to come up, but my hands are pushing it down. We're going to do the exertion on the exhale. So inhale, and then exhale, press. Knees trying to come up, hands are pushing down, and then you can switch to one of the other four sides. I'm going to go underneath. My heel is up a little bit. And I'm going to try to push my heel down, but my hands are going to give some resistance work there. Exhale, press, and push or pull, however you envision it for these four sides. And then one hand or both to the outer or inner thigh. Push against your hand, and your hand pushes against the leg. Exhale, press. And the last side, the inside for me. You can do them in any order. So of those four, usually one or two, the person who has hip issues will say, ooh, that one hurts when I do that. But this one feels good, feels fine. This one hurts, but this one feels fine. So let's repeat only the ones that felt completely fine. And if your hip is fine, any of them will feel good, but maybe you could tell which was weaker, like you really felt those muscles working. You can repeat the ones you feel you need to make your hip stronger. If your hip is fine, not giving you any pain. Otherwise, you're going to really be selective of the ones you do, that the ones that is the ones that don't cause pain. So let's pick, I think I'm going to do my inner thigh. Let's pick 2 and on the exhale, exert. All right. And then we'll go to the other leg and see how it does. Same thing over on this side. On the exhale, exertion. And then again, assess the hip for you and pick 2 and repeat those 2. It doesn't have to be the same 2 on each hip. And then bring your sliders back in when you're done and take the both hips out and in, just loosening up to see how they feel. All right. And so next, we're going to sort of imagine that somebody else is pushing against our legs, whichever of those 4 uh, places you like. Imagine somebody else, and you just hold on to the chair, and just imagine somebody. Say it's to the outside. Say I'm just going to imagine 2 people here, one person here, and one person there, and they're pushing on my thighs, and I'm going to hit out against them, hit my legs out against that imaginary person, and then relax. Do that on that exhale, and then another spot. And again, the spots, the places that you're picking for them, your imaginary friends to push against, is where you need it for your body to help strengthen. So they can be underneath, pushing up against your thighs, and you're going to push down against them and just want to feel some muscles engage against that resistance, that imaginary resistance. All right, let's pick a couple, one place right now. We'll do 2 different ones. So pick one and press against them. You should feel your leg muscles engaging, maybe even into the core of the pelvis, the pelvic floor, buttock muscles, just wherever you need it, depending on where you're having your friend press. All right, and now let's use the strap. I'm going to loop the strap across the under the ball of one foot. You can keep your heel down on the floor, or to work more leg muscles, raise the leg up. And you're going to press the ball of the foot into the strap. Get good shoulder and alignment here. So the bottom tips of the shoulder blades are in toward each other. Your collarbones are broadening out away with each other, and push and pull. So your hands are pulling, your foot is pushing. Leg muscles working, and then release, relax. Switch it over to the other foot. You can rest the strap for a minute, wiggle your fingers around, so don't let your fingers work too hard without giving them a little break. All right, again, your foot can be down, or a little more work is to lift it up, pushing and pulling. Watch your good shoulder alignment there. Ball of the foot pushing toward the strap. Your arms are pulling your strap back. All the leg muscles working. Make a thigh muscle there for you. Push a little more, and then relax. And again, wiggle your fingers around, give them a little wiggle and release. Let's actually clasp the hands together and stretch the fingers, the palms out away from you without rounding your shoulders. So same good shoulder alignment, bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. And then bring it back in and look at the fingers that's leading, which index finger is on top, and change it so the other index finger is on top. All the fingers change. And again, stretch your palms out, palms away, stretch through the fingers, good shoulder alignment, bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other, and release and just shake it out. All right, I kind of double my strap over for this next one, and we're gonna bring it underneath the thigh. Good shoulder alignment again, and the strap is down toward the knee, the back of the knee. And you're gonna raise your arms, the strap up. Your arms are gonna raise the strap up, but your leg is gonna try to get back down. Exhale. And then flip it over to the other side. If you drop the outer strap and then just reach under, you can kind of do it that way. Strap a little bit more toward the knee, back of the knee. Shoulder blades in toward each other. Lift the leg, and then the leg's trying to get back down, but your hands are preventing it. Exhale. And relax. So you should feel some muscles waking up. And just shake out the arms, maybe worked. Sometimes people feel it in the belly. You actually don't want to feel it in the back. So that if the back is where you felt grabbing, it means your belly muscles are weak. So you want to focus on more abdominal work. And you can do that by that one we were doing, lifting the leg with the strap. You can do that helps strengthen the abdominals. Actually, even without the strap does it. It's just what I just felt that right there. So let's stretch a leg out. On the exhale from the belly, pull your belly in, exhaling, and raise the leg. Feel like your belly pulling in helped raise the leg. And then just relax that leg. Other side, and turn the toes out a little bit. You don't want to burn out in the hip flexor. You really want the belly to feel like it's lifting the leg. There's a deep abdominal muscle that will raise that leg called the psoas. That's the one we're trying to get to by exhaling here. And you can kind of kick out the psoas sometimes if you turn your toes out. Exhale, kick out the hip flexors and activate the psoas. Exhale, raise the leg. Let's do that a couple more times each side. If you feel that burning at the top of the thighs, give the knee a little bend and make sure you turn out and really pull the belly muscles in. Exhale. Push your hands there to help pull the belly muscles in. You want that, and a little bend to the knee that can often help retrain your abdominals to do the work rather than the top of the thigh there. Let's do one more time each side. With a knee bent, turn out. Exhale, push your hands in to raise, to pull that belly in as you raise the leg. And last one. So do these like when you're watching TV, or even you can do these underneath the kitchen table while you're waiting for somebody to serve you. Or you're after dinner. Maybe don't do them after dinner. That wouldn't feel so great to do on a full belly. Before you're served, that's when you do it. Let's come back, feet on the sliders, and just both out, both in, just to shake loose all the muscles we just worked, give them a little break. All right, I'm going to turn to the corner or the side of the chair. And we're going to pick up stretching in the hip where we left off. So we did the ones stretching the leg out more toward the front and toward the side. So we're going to pick it up kind of where we left off, which is maybe about there. We didn't quite go all the way out to the side. And again, you can push your heel into the floor as you go, or the ball of the foot can push down. Works different leg muscles. So some of the time, push the ball of the foot down. and some of the time the heel pushing down into the floor, either on the way out or on the way back in, or both. And you can also turn your whole hip and leg so the sort of the side of the foot goes out a little bit more. And I'm going to turn even more in my chair and slide my foot almost straight back behind me, ball of the foot down, dragging or pushing that ball of the foot down on my way out and on my way back in really works leg muscles. You'll feel your leg muscles strengthening the more you push. And you're in charge how much you want to push. You can push a lot or a little. Even a little will wake up with leg muscles. So don't feel like you gotta overdo it and Arnold Schwarzenegger on me here. Take it easy. Slowly over time, building up is better than overdoing it and spending time repairing the damage the next day. All right, I'm over to the other side with my other leg. Gonna do the same thing. Some of the time the heel pushing into the floor as I go out and in. Some of the time the ball of the foot. And you can turn in the hip, turn the whole leg. So the side of the foot goes and working the leg back behind you, and more like in a lunge type position. It's harder to drag the toes back in, but it is possible. And just make sure if your knees are talking to you, don't push on that one. But it is a knee strengthener, that one. All right, let's come back to face forward. We'll take our sun salute from here. Inhale, the arms go up. Exhale, folding forward as much as you like. And then come on back up. Let's lift a leg up. You can give resistance work here and really a little resistance work even as you stretch your leg out. So the resistance work when you are doing this one is to feel like someone's pushing your ankle back down even as you're stretching it up. So you just in your imagination, you can create a lot more muscle activity. Just imagining somebody working against you, or you can imagine a band is across that leg, like those stretchy bands attached to the chair leg. So you got a circular band here, and your ankle is inside that band as you're trying to stretch against that band. Ah, feels good, huh? And then we do downward dog. Stretch your legs out, push into the chair. This is the arm strengthening version of downward dog. And then a back bend. And then the shoulder opener version of downward dog. So you can stretch your shoulders any way you like. I kind of like to do that one. And then we'll lunge the other leg. We'll do it a couple times like we did on the other side. So leg up, push the leg into the hands for a little extra work, and then feel like you've got some resistance as you stretch that leg towards straight. Imagine a band, it's one of those Dynabands or Therabands is around your chair leg and your ankle, and you're pushing against that. Amazing what the mind can do just imagining this stuff, huh? And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale all the way up, arms up, and back to neutral. Let's do that again. Inhaling up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, let's take a lunge. Dynaband, imagining is on that leg. And back in. Downward dog, arm strengthener. And a back bend. And the shoulder opener. Lunge the other leg. And fold over your legs, exhaling. All the way up, arms up. And back to start. All right, let's do a sun salutation turning to the side, and the lunge will be, get your slider, the lunge will be this instead of this. Oops. Get your slider, Betty, but come to face the side. And you have to kind of be a little bit half off the chair so that you can drop your knee down in front of the chair and slide that foot back into the lunge. But let's start here. So this is a little awkward to be sort of half on, half off. Exhale here. Inhale, the arms go up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Come on back up and prepare that leg to go back into the lunge. And then come on back to face forward. And you can stretch one or both legs forward for the downward dog. And I'll just turn so I get both hips on and push into the chair for the arm strengthener. Then the back bend. Then the shoulder opener. And lunge again. We'll do that same leg. And bring that leg forward. Fold over the legs. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, just the arms down. All right, we're going to turn to the other side. Keep your slider handy there for your other leg. All right. Exhale here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold over the legs. And back up. Stretch that one leg back into the lunge. Bring it all the way forward for downward dog. Pushing into the chair. A back bend. Shoulder opener. Lunge that leg again. Bring it forward and fold over the legs, exhaling. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling back to start. All right, let's do some standing poses in the chair, standing poses in the chair. We'll swing it around back to that first side. Get your slider handy on the leg that's toward the screen here. And pick one of those angles to set your back leg on and turn to face your front knee. On the exhale, let's fold over that front knee. Inhale, come all the way up, arms up for warrior one. Then turn toward the screen, arms out wide, shoulder height, warrior two. Elbow to thigh, other hand to the hip for plank stretch. And then come back up to warrior two. We'll reverse our poses. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale, come on back up. Exhale, bend that back leg and walk it around to the other side. Keep your slider in front there for your other leg. So the slider is on the leg that's toward the screen. Find a position for that back leg and then turn to face the front knee. Inhale here and exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale, come all the way up, arms up. Exhale, turning sideways, arms out wide, warrior two. Plank stretch, elbow to thigh, other hand to the hip. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale here. And turn to face the front, arms up, warrior one. Exhale, fold over the front legs. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend the back knee. And walk it around to the first side. Set the back leg again and maybe pick a different angle, maybe a little further back if comfortable. Turn to face your front knee. We'll repeat, exhaling forward. Inhaling up for warrior one. Turning sideways, warrior two. And then here we'll drop the back arm down to the chair and reach the front arm up. You can arch it back, then come back to warrior two. You're going to turn toward the back, toward your chair, crossing opposite arm to the front knee. A little twist. And then come back to warrior two, facing the screen. Flank stretch, elbow to thigh, other hand to the hip, or you can reach that arm up and over, as much over as you like for flank stretch. And then put that arm in reverse. Back to warrior two. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale over the front leg. Inhale back up. Exhale, bend the back knee and walk it around to the other side. Actually, let's pause in the middle here. Take a cat-cow. Exhale, rounded spine. Inhale, a back bend. Let's do one more. All right, and then walk it around to the other side. Set your back leg. Exhale, fold over the front leg. All the way up, arms up, warrior one. Warrior two, exhaling. Drop the back arm to the chair. Arch back, back to warrior two. And we're going to come into a twist, opposite hand to the front knee. That other hand just back anywhere. All the way back around to warrior two. Flank stretch. Hand to the hip, or you can reach that top arm up and over. And back to warrior two. Inhaling up, warrior one. And over the front knee. And back up. And bend the back knee. And walk it to the front. Get both sliders. I'll slide both legs out and in. If comfortable to take your arms up as your legs go up, feel free. Inhale when you stretch it out. Exhale when it comes back in. That's Bella snoring. Bella the cat. And relax. And then just cat-cows from here. All right. And then let's just imagine, and using our mind, imagine the straw breath. And if you ever wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, try this breath. And you can actually do it like we did in the beginning of class, or do it like this, where you're just imagining the straw on the inhale and the shh on the exhale. And at night, in the middle of the night, you can do a shh on the exhale, not the straw on the inhale, but a shh on the exhale, but very, very quietly. So we'll start with a very quiet shh and then let it go silent and just imagining it. Maybe just two more, very quiet, get quieter and quieter. And then just imagine the sugar on the exhale. And feel free to lean back into your chair back if you're not already there. And really just each exhale that you're imagining saying shh, really relax the spine, the hips, the legs, the feet, the shoulders, the arms, and the facial muscles, scalp, all around the eyes, tongue. And then just slowly start to wake your body up and give a little movement to your fingers and toes and add spinal movements as you're ready. And then we'll say thank you. Thanks to You Call This Yoga for making these classes happen free to you. And they're always looking for sponsors. If you know anyone or you yourself would like to donate, please go to the website youcallthisyoga.org and there's a donate button there. And the next session of classes, this was our last class this session. Next session of classes starts March 27th. The website does have videos up that you can use in the 3-week interim. So head to the website, youcallthisyoga.org, and look for the videos at the bottom of the home screen. I think it's on the bottom left of the home screen. And I've got a few up there that hopefully will you can use, but there's many others as well. Thanks, everybody. Namaste.